Hi, everybody. It's Jerry. I want to go over what Don Wells, Summer Wells' father, had to say the other day to the reporter from the Kingsport Time News. I'm going to go over what he had to say, and there's some new information in there that I thought was interesting and I wanted to relate to everybody. So that's coming up next. So Don Wells talked to a reporter from the Kingsport Times News on July 12th. And there's some more information that came out, more details that I think clears up some things that we had heard before. And I wanted to share that with you. As I said before, if you remember Summer Wells, she was the 5-year-old girl that went missing from Rogersville, Tennessee on July 15th, 2021, and we're coming up on 30 days and she is still missing, and as far as I can tell, there's no clues where she might be. So one of the most interesting things I felt that Dawn said was about the scent. Now, we all heard that the scent went down in the driveway and ended, but according to Dawn, he's saying that the scent was found in the woods.
And that dog that they used, that's where the scent took them, was down through the woods, not the driveway.
And they followed it, and it took them all the way down to the main street, which is Ben Hill Road, and then the scent disappears, it ends. So that leaves you to believe that possibly she was put in a car and driven off. It could be she went down there and turned around and came back too. There's really no telling what happened with that situation. Don said he already knew of that, but it just confirmed it for me. So I believe what he meant was he already felt that somebody had taken her away, and he wasn't surprised to hear that the scent went down to that road and she went missing. He was asked about Candace, and he said that Candace was not doing very well. She was pretty upset, and he added that she was having anger issues, but he didn't go into any more detail with that.
Just kind of some anger issues and all this stuff on the social media issues.
So Don said that he was very upset, and he spoke of his faith again. He spoke of it several times during this interview, and he said he made up his mind not to let Satan in. He said when he was younger, he would get tempted and would start drinking when he had problems, and he was determined to not let that happen. He was not going to do that. He was going to continue to go to work. He was going to move forward. He was going to still try.
I just made the decision. I made up my mind not to let Satan win.
But the most heartbreaking statement I felt that he said was when he was talking about his love for Summer and her love for him. And he said, quote, "I've never had somebody love me that much in my life."
That's what kills me, because we had such a great love for each other. She loved me, and I don't know why I've never had someone love me that much in my life.
So Don stated he wished that the police had blocked off both ends of Beach Creek. Let you listen to what he had to say.
At first, it was just so horrific knowing that someone abducted her and the cops are looking all around her house, knowing that she's not there. It's like it's like you're just talking to yourself. This ain't doing no good. But I wish the police would have blocked off both ends of Beach Creek and everything else and kept it contained in our area, because I'm sure she's hundreds of miles away.
He also went on to say that the kids would go down to catch the school bus by themselves, but since this has happened, they won't do that anymore. He also brought up the polygraph test. And he said he doesn't know if they were completely cleared because it was not admissible in court.
Well, I don't know if we were completely cleared because that's not admissible in court.
Yeah.
But But yeah, we both, I mean, at first, you know, I didn't get no sleep for 2 days. I couldn't sleep. I was, you know, it was the worst misery and pain I've ever felt in my life. But I wasn't able to take a lie detector test. They made me wait a little bit, but when I did take it, I passed. They made Candace wait 5 days longer to take hers, you know, because she just wasn't able to. She tried and she wasn't able to.
He also brought up that the children had been talked to by a specialist. He went through the polygraph test, like I said, with that he took and Candace took. He said the children were talked to by a specialist, and that his mother-in-law also took a lie detector test and she passed. He also brought up this situation that happened where someone had created a false social media account using his name and stated in there that he had buried a body at the lake, and the TBI took it seriously and they actually went down there searching for this body that was never found. The search for the red truck is still ongoing. One thing that kind of keeps coming back to my mind is when I mentioned several videos back about the trail cam showed this red truck with 2 children in the back sitting on white buckets. I was listening to what Sheriff Lawson said, and let me tell you what he said here. We've looked up several vehicles recorded on people's home surveillance cameras and trail cams and talked to all of them. This is just one we can't find to see if they saw something. Something they saw, they didn't mean anything to them, may mean everything to us. And I keep thinking, I wonder if that's the same trail cam I was told about, the same red truck in the trail cam I was told about, or this is just another red truck. But he also brings up the fact about these trail cams, and that's how that red truck was seen, was on a trail cam. So I don't know if the truck that I mentioned earlier with the buckets in the back is the same one that Sheriff Lawson is talking about, that they still have not located, or even the person that was driving the truck at the time. Also, I'm going to put a link, if you want to see the whole interview with Don Wells, I'm going to put a link in the comment section for the Kingsport Time News, so you can go listen to the whole thing. Right now, there are 750 tips that the police are going through, and the reward money is at $37,350. So if you have any more tips, you can send them. If you know of anything, if you've seen anything, if you're just now hearing about this story, make sure you go back to missingpersonsofamerica.com and read the stories about missing Summer Wells. And if you jars your memory and you remember something, then please call TBI and let them know. All right, that's it. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.